You ain't gonna stop me now. This is my keto kitchen and I'm gonna come cook you down. Gonna cook you down. Just kidding, I'm gonna make you full. I'm gonna cook till your plate is good. I'm gonna be doing what I should in Jaslynn's Keto Kitchen, where the food is bitchin'. In Jaslynn's Keto Kitchen, it's gonna be yummy, gonna fill your tummy. Oh, in Jaslynn's Keto Kitchen. Oops! I hope I don't make a mistake. Well, today I make oopsie bread in Jaslynn's Keto Kitchen. So, it's my dream to cook on YouTube, and this is video 1. I'm starting off with a recipe that I don't think I can mess up. It's oopsie bread. And so I'm going to get started. I'll start out by telling you the ingredients. We're going to be using 1/4 a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'm going to be using 1/4 a teaspoon of salt. 6 large eggs. And I'm going to be using 6 ounces of cream cheese. Now I buy this cream cheese at Sam's Club. I buy it in 3 pounds. Comes in a big brick. And the reason I buy it this way is because it doesn't have whey protein added to it, and therefore it's lower in carbs. And so instead of buying those little 8-ounce bricks, I buy these because it's only 1 carb per ounce, whereas the bigger ones, it's 2 carb per ounce, typically. You may have a different brand that has less, but I found that the lowest carb value comes in these big, huge bricks. And it's cheaper. Okay, so for starters, I'm going to split my eggs in half. And you can't have any yellow in the white. If there's any yellow in the white, it will not set up the way that you need it to. However, there can be a little bit of white in the yellow. That's not a problem. And I used to be a little bit intimidated about doing recipes that involved splitting the egg in half or whipping the egg into meringue. And I don't know why I was ever afraid of it. I just thought that it was hard and I didn't want to attempt something that might not turn out. And I've come to discover I love meringue. And oopsie technically is a meringue style bread because of the way that you whip the eggs, but you add the yellow back in, so it's not quite technically a meringue, but you prepare it very similar. And I love meringue. I love the texture of meringue. When you make meringue as like a lemon meringue pie for a low carber, meringue all by itself melts in your mouth like cotton candy, so I would highly recommend that you try it. And it's a fun challenge to learn how to split the egg in half. I save my eggshells. I'm a gardener and I like to put the broken eggshells in my garden for nutrition and pest control. And I eat a lot of eggs, so my garden gets tons of eggshells. And I throw them out there even though there's snow on the ground. Still throw them out into the snow. And my whole garden is covered in eggshells that'll get plowed in the spring. Alrighty, so I'm going to separate my cream cheese. You want this to be cold. It helps for the structure. So I look at it like this. That's half. Half of that is where I'm cutting it. And that should be pretty close to 6 ounces based off the measurement on the package. Okay. You want to cube the cream cheese in squares. And the colder the cream cheese is, the easier it is to do this. Okay, and the cream cheese goes into your yellow. Oh, that's the oven. It's preheated to your 300-degree temp. I love cream cheese. I love that cream cheese is part of low carbing. It's so funny because people who don't low carb don't understand that it is awesome. You don't have to go without things that you don't want. You can have bread, you just have to make it. You can have cream cheese, which is awesome. Okay, so there's a bunch of squares, and then the 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt goes in the yellow. Okay, salt, and then I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to add the tartar to this, set it up. It's going to be awesome. Alrighty, I'm using this style of beater for this part of the recipe. You want, if you have this kind of attachment for your blender, you want to use that for your egg whites. You can still use the other style, but the whipping still works better. And I love making sauce. Ever since I've become a low carber, you see how things come together. I used to buy everything in a can. I used to buy everything pre-prepared. I used to live off box food. And now that I make everything myself, it's so much more fun to watch it change into that what you're gonna make. I love, like, look at this. The beautiful yellow color, the smoothness, it's beautiful. And right at this point, there's still like cottage cheese sized bits of cream cheese. It's getting smaller as the time passes. It's not going to be perfectly smooth, but that's okay, because that's what makes the Oopsie muffin so yummy, is because it's technically kind of bits of cream cheese in parts. It's really good. Okay, that looks pretty great. Like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. The little bits are okay. So this is the texture of it. It looks pretty amazing. Okay. Now I've got my egg whites. I have the cream of tartar, which its purpose is to stabilize. We're to stabilize egg whites. So I never used to use this stuff, and now I use it all the time, so it's awesome. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon into your egg white batter. A whisk style, like if you did this by hand, it would be a little bit time consuming and tiring, but you can do it. I think this is fun because this is science to me. As you watch the egg white, it just changes and changes. It's so neat. I love learning new things. Learning about egg whites is really fun. See how much fuller it gets? And what this is doing is it's feeding air into the egg. And you want to keep this air. So as we're folding the yellow into the white, we're going to do our best to keep this as aerated as possible. And the way that you do that is you make it just peak. The stiffer this egg white is, the better it's going to hold its air. And and you're very delicate when you fold the yellow back in. Starting to be able to see the design that the whip leaves in it. But it's still not quick enough. Although this recipe is a little bit intimidating, it's so rewarding to be able to have hamburgers, a BLT, make French toast. You can do a grilled cheese sandwich with this. You can make a cream cheese Danish, cinnamon rolls. You can make this recipe with cinnamon in your resveratrol and have it be a cinnamon puff bread. You can do so much with it. Okay, you can see it's getting closer, but it still needs more. You're looking for it to make a fierce design in this. As soon as it's really artsy and you can see all the fun stuff that you can make in it, that's how you can tell that it's getting stiff. Because when you put a design in it, it stays. This is beautiful. Okay. This is what we're going for. It's stiff egg design. And it's ready for folding. The best as I can, and it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to start with the parchment. Okay, a stick of butter. You just open it up, and you can just drag it across the parchment. I definitely recommend using butter for this because it makes them taste buttery. And trust me, you want to use butter. Don't use anything else because it makes them taste buttery. I've done it without butter. And it's way better with it. Okay, the way that I add the yellow to this is in spoonfuls because you don't want it to fall. So a small spoonful in a swirl, then a delicate white, okay, it's just barely in, perfect. You can still have white on the spoon, that's not a problem. Another scoop, swirl it in, just a light turn, kind of lift it over, and we're going for another one. Swirl it in, turn, lift it over, lift it over, lift it over. The yellow is heavier than the white, so it's going to kind of go to the bottom a little bit. Take another scoop. And the white is getting into the yellow as the yellow is getting into the white. Okay, perfect. Scoop, swirl, turn, just ever so much. Lift top over bottom, top over bottom, top over bottom. Another scoop. The scoop is starting to have more white in it as I'm picking it up. It's already becoming lighter in the yellow dish. Keeping it very fluffy. You goal is to keep it as fluffy as you can keep it. Top over bottom, top over bottom, top over bottom. Another spoonful in a circle so that it's distributing easily. This might seem time consuming, but it prevents it from falling by putting it in a slow. If you dump the whole thing in, it will be so much harder and it'll be less fluffy. This way ensures a fluffy, air-filled oopsie. Mistake-proof. And now as I'm putting the yellow in, the yellow that I have is fluffier because I've been putting white in it the whole time. The yellow at the end isn't the yellow that it was at the beginning. It's already very airy. And so it's just stirring in very smooth. I'm down to my last 2 or 3 spoonfuls, and it looks white already. It looks very mixed. Mixing in with these. See how fluffy and thick it is as it's coming off now? And it's already almost fully incorporated. It doesn't need a lot more stirring. Just taking the last of it. Last scoops, and they're already fluffy. Okay, white over, and it doesn't need to be 100% mixed. It just needs to be as combined as you can get it without making it fall. Okay, this is the batter. It's still very airy, got bubbles all throughout. And now, batter tray. So we're going to go for pretty big on these. A lot of batter, and we're going for 12 oopsie rolls. Kind of go for the outside corners of your pan and probably do the 4 corners first and then do your 2 center ones so that they don't connect together. And once you've got this recipe down, you will want to make these all the time. I've seen people add cheddar to them to make them cheddar buns. You can do that if you're wanting a bun that's got cheese in it. You could add onion to that and make it like a cheddar onion bun, which sounds good. I'm going to do this last one a little bit smaller because it looks like it's going to try and connect to the other ones. Go ahead and put this in. Alright, I still have tons of batter. I feel like I got a lot out of this. I hope that I don't need to grab another container. Woo! First mistake. Yes. Oops. I made an oopsie. Oops. I made an oopsie. Okay, it looks like this is going to be perfect. All right, so it came out perfect. 12 oopsies, all of great size. I'm going to put this in for 40 minutes. I'm going to switch them at the 20-minute mark so that they both get equal time at top and bottom. And I'm going to go to set a timer, and I will be back to show you how they turned out. Thanks for watching. I'm just waiting for a ding. I'm waiting for a ding. That was it. Sweet. Oops, I did it again. I made oopsies. Oopsie tray number 1. This is the big tray, and you can see they kind of attached a little bit. I'll be able to get them apart. They look beautiful. The color, that golden brown color. Those ones were the ones that were on top. Oh, interesting. And these were the ones that were on bottom. This is kind of an egg chip. Alright, so this is one of the top ones. This is what the bottom looks like. This is this is Oopsie. It's good. I like it. I'm going to say it was a success. And now I can make an Oopsie grilled cheese. I can make a Danish. I can make French toast. The sky is the limit. What can you think of to do with Oopsie? Alright, thanks for watching. Oops! Don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. I'm going to be making a lot more stuff. Follow my dream on YouTube at Jaslynnsketokitchen. Thanks for watching. You ain't gonna stop me now. This is my Keto kitchen and I'm gonna come cook you down. Gonna cook you down. Just kidding, I'm gonna make you full. I'm gonna cook till your plate is good. I'm gonna be doing what I should in Jaslynn's Keto kitchen.